like maybe what came today was a surprise to some, hopefully at least.
Oh, yeah. That news went around the metal world pretty quickly. Now, as far as getting together, like for next year's, which would be, I'm trying to get these years right here, 2013, are you already kind of thinking ahead to which bands you're going to line up then? Like a little bit mentally thinking about planning that out right now?
Yes, to a certain degree, yes. There are also certain negotiations with a couple of key artists have been taking place already, because it's very much different. Some, they actually plan their schedule out very far, some not so much. And there is some that you just want to have on. And for the rest of the lineup, yeah, we have a plan, we have our wish list. Some work out, some don't. But we already have a little bit of an idea what 2013 will bring. But you all have to wait and see until we have sailed to see what we get in 2013. That's just the future.
Now, your cruise leaves January 23rd from Miami, Florida, and it goes to Georgetown and the Cayman Islands, and you return January 27th to Miami.
That's right.
Now, I've never been on a cruise. What's the temperature like this time of year down in that area on the boat? Is it warm out or?
Well, I mean, it's not like at the summertime, of course, in the Caribbean, but warm is always relative. So I'm sitting here in Canada, and even though Vancouver may be one of the warmest spots that you can choose in Canada, it's still kind of cold. So you easily get into the upper 70s, 80s during the day, sometimes even more. It depends. It can get in the night a little bit chilly out on the deck overall if you're outside. But generally, January is a very, very calm season for the Caribbean. So you don't have to fear any storms or this or that. Hurricane season's long time past. Usually there is not a lot of precipitation. It's not extremely hot, but it's also not really cold. So.
And the accommodations, do people have private rooms, or do they share? How does that work?
There is actually double, triple, and quad cabins on board that you can either book an entire cabin, or depending on the availability, you can also book single spots in shared cabins, and we match them up with other single travelers. In this case, the shared cabins that we have to match up, we do this strictly by gender because people don't know each other. So, and there is different type of accommodations too. There is inside cabins, which are the cheapest. They're obviously, of course, also already sold out for a long time. And then there is ocean view cabins, and it goes up to nice suites that have private balconies and stuff.
And the food is, again, standard cruise food and drinks. Is it like an all-inclusive package, or do you pay for your drinks and get all the food you eat? How does that work?
You get all the food that you eat. There is buffet-type restaurants that run for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and even late night. And then there is the official dining rooms, which, like overall for dinner, this is actually where you want to have for a nice sit-down dinner, if it doesn't clash with any of the performance schedule, of course. You also can get room service in your private cabin, and non-alcoholic, non-carbonated, non-bottled drinks are included. So juice, coffee, water, that type of stuff. You have to pay for alcoholic beverages and sodas.
And as far as the staging goes, now, you know, when you go to the Wacken Open Air Festival in Germany, there's multiple stages all going on at the same time. Or when you go to the Bang Your Head Festival in Germany, they only have one stage. How many stages do you have set up, Andy, and are they going at the same time?
We got 3 stages. One is in the main theater, which is normally laid out as an 1,100-seater. But we actually have several rows of seating in front of the stage removed. So you can have a proper metal show, not seated. That's one of our main stages. Then on the pool deck, we actually drain and deck over one of the swimming pools and built an open-air stage there. This is our second main stage. And then we have, there's one of the smaller lounges inside the ship where we have like a club type of environment stage. And yeah, we try, I mean, of course, because of the amount of bands and everybody on board plays twice, some of the artists actually overlap. We try, however, to best possible to arrange the running order so everybody gets a fair chance to see every band at least once. And also, like bands that probably play simultaneously, they're not really catering for the same audience. Like, let's say a power metal band and a death metal band, like, if they really play simultaneously, you know.
Andy, I take it you're a heavy metal fan. What particular style of heavy metal do you love, or do you like all different types?
Well, I'm one of these ones that is actually pretty open to anything. It just needs to, there is no bad music, you know. And I actually also listen sometimes to other music than only heavy metal. I am a heavy metal fan, totally. Have been since my older brother influenced me when I was a little kid. But I can also go to a jazz gig sometimes, stuff like this, you know. I don't mind it.
Have you thought of possibly expanding the cruise, maybe to a couple each year? Since it's right now, how many people is it limited to? Tickets? It's a couple thousand, right?
It's roughly 2,000. The ship has about a 2,600 capacity. Now you have to calculate all the artists, all their crew, our security, and this and that. So we're able to sell roughly 2,000 tickets. We have thought of probably expanding that one to a larger vessel. We're not sure if we want to do that because we're uncertain what it would do to the atmosphere. We do, however, already have planned and first announcements for first artists, and so will come very soon, a second cruise for next year, for the fall of next year. It's called Barge to Hell.
Oh, cool. That sounds like fun. What's the theme of that one going to be?
Well, it's basically a heavy metal cruise again. We will focus a little bit more. We kind of bill it as the most extreme metal cruise in the world. So it will cater a little bit more to the extreme crowds. So